trip request, says he may jump bail. Now, Senate President Akpabio says states are rich enough to pay proposed minimum wage, and later on we'll share this with you. Federal government says flooding on trucking routes disrupted distribution chain, prompted fuel scarcity. Yeah, I'm hanging out with Emeka Madunagu, the indomitable Emeka. I greet you.
The great season, I greet you too.
Emeka, we are joined by gentleman Asukwa James. Asukwa, how are you?
I'm fine, thank
you. They say being a gentleman is good in Nigeria, but after an argument, it's something else.
I'm still a gentleman.
Okay, the team is ready. I hope you are. All right, let's go. You know, an accurate or near accurate census is critical to our democracy and the economy. The last time a census was conducted in our country was in 2006. That's some 18 years ago. We should have conducted a census in 2016. But not to worry, the National Population Commission, NPC, has proposed November 2024 for a Nigerian population and housing census. The NPC chairman, Nasir Isakwara, said the proposal is subject to the president's approval. The NPC says it's 70% ready. Asukwa, the NPC is 70% ready. Makes you wonder what's happening to the 30% extra. I don't know.
Maybe it might be funds, because I know last year, the NPC, I think it was supposed to be in May.
Okay.
Shortly after the general election, you know, they were supposed to have, conducted the census.
Yeah, funds stood in the way.
Even at even that same last year, they were still complaining about funds, even though they spent, I remember they spent close to 200 billion, you know, but they said it is not just them. It is not that particular team, because they started spending the money. So the 200 billion started from 2014, you know, so they accumulated, 200 billion.
I remember the population census was tinkered with in the Buhari administration.
Yes. It was the Buhari administration that, it would have been conducted then, you know, but I think because that particular administration was about, ending, and they had so many things in their hands, in their plate at that period, because they had the general election and some other things. So they were just looking, if we spend that much money for census, and then we spend much money again for election, it will be too much on the country. So they decided to postpone completely. And thank God that the MPC decided to meet the president again, because it's supposed to be every 10 years.
Yeah,
looking at how we need to come down in terms of population or to go further. Because I know China did something similar. Yeah. When they brought the one-child policy. So because if you know how many people,
they said the idea was to control population.
Yeah, to control population, and it affected them. Then they decided to increase by two.
India, we understand, has overtaken them. India.
India is like, they don't have any limits. They are just going, haywire. But for now, we really need to know how many we are in Nigeria, because so that the government can plan properly, and then we'll know how to allocate these little funds that we have.
Okay. Emeka, our collective wisdom here would remind us that census figures had always been disputed.
Absolutely, because they were mainly used for politics.
Oh, really?
Not really for development, yes, over the years. So it's always about which side is bigger than the other side. And I think a former chairman of the MPC, Chief Festus Adimegu, granted an interview to a national newspaper where he said that, he gave a hint that technology will be used to determine, at least to a point of believability, Nigeria's actual population. But it was derailed. by politics, by politicians.
He lost his job.
Yes, by Nigerian politicians.
Exactly.
The very virus that has stunted the growth of this country. Because many issues in Nigeria are easy to deal with when you remove the interests of Nigerian politicians.
Politics, yeah.
Now, the NPC is saying they will do it in November, which is 4 months away.
Mm-hmm.
We still have insurgency ravaging many places. Terrorists are still roaming wide, even though the military, kudos to them, they are doing a very good job. Then you have a lot of abandoned towns in different parts of the country.
Yeah.
You know, in the north, southeast.
What we know as ungoverned spaces.
Yes, ungoverned spaces. And then you have over 2 million Nigerians in IDP camps who have just been brought from different places and put. How are you now going to capture all of this? I think, you know, yes, it is desirable for us to know our population. Yes, but we must do things in a tidy way. We must not allow any, you know, it must not be seen that, you know, some people somewhere are trying to just impress the president and impress Nigerians and then just jump into something that, you know, might not turn out well at the end of the day. So I think the issues need to be cleared first. Because if you say, okay, elections are conducted in IDP camps, yes, but how well are the people in such situations represented? We've heard a lot of complaints from the IDP camps. So we must ramp up efforts to clear this mess, this insurgency and terrorism, and then get people to return to their homes.
Yeah.
You know, I've been through some of those abandoned towns, and it's not a sweet story. You drive through an abandoned town, everywhere is empty. Not even, you know when you enter a village, that you see chickens, you see goats, nothing. Everywhere abandoned. Big houses, small houses, shut. And you're now going to, I know these people have dispersed to different places. And then there are also political considerations in it. People already have been talking about, we will not stay here, you know, during the census. We'll be here. No, we'll be here. No. All of these things need to be. I think the MPC should, first of all, conduct zonal hearings, maybe in the 6 geopolitical zones. You know, go across the 6 geopolitical zones, talk to Nigerians. Let Nigerians tell you their fears. Let Nigerians also suggest how you can, you know, conduct this census and, you know, be successful at it. I think that in that way, you know, they can do a good job.
Well, the NPC chairman says everything is subject to Mr. President's approval.
Yes.
You see him. You see the president okaying the process.
Of course, I know that. You know, there was a time when Mr. President was a governor, he conducted something almost similar in Lagos.
At the same time.
Yes, at the same time.
The 2006 results was challenged by Lagos.
Yes, exactly. And they conducted their own, you know, something similar. So for him, I believe he wants some, just like Emeka has just said, you know, we need to look at all the things that will not make it possible.
Remove those.
We must.
When you remove those.
Yes. So, but we must conduct this census. Because so that we'll be able to know how we can, you know,
and then we can plan,
you know, allocate our resources in such a way that people will be won't feel cheated. Politicians will always be politicians, you know. They will always want to, you know, doctor figures left, right, and center. We have more voting population and all that.
No wonder, as a gentleman, you don't want to be one.
No, of course. So,
but the idea of pushing into the president.
So the president will just have to take that decision.
The idea of pushing into the president is also escapist. Because the president some days ago complained about the past situation. So a lot of things, you know, the president, we've sent so and so. The president will determine. We send so and so to the president will determine.
Yeah,
and then at the end of the day, everything. At the end of the day,
the president is father figure. So
yes, father figure. But is it every proposal before him that was sent, you know, with sincerity of purpose?
But the president, but the president is not complaining. He said he took he decided to take over the
to take the club. So let's him. No. But these things are failed in Nigeria. That is the issue.
Talking about that reminds me of this statement by the British journalist David Frost. He said, if you have a child, you are a father.
Yes.
If you have more than one, you are a football referee.
and the president has more than one.
He has more than one.
Yeah, over 200. He has over 200
I don't
million.
envy him. It's
your children under him. So he has to just find a way to make sure that everybody...
But it's just that on this score, Mr. President must know how many children he has.
So that he can...
important.
Yeah, very, very important. So that he can take care of them. We know that he will not be able to satisfy everybody, all his children.
Yeah.
But at least he will be able to know that, okay, he has children across and then take care of them.
Okay, gentlemen, to our next story. You know, the travails of the embattled former government